Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Marketing for Learning podcast. It's Hannah here with you today, and I've got a bit of a bone to pick with you lovely L&Ders. As you guys know, I work incredibly closely with a lot of learning and development professionals, whether that's for our projects, through our training, and then obviously I have a wonderful network of L&D friends and colleagues that I see at events and things like that. And I'm getting a little bit fed up of this realization that I keep having that L&D professionals don't utilize learning and development products, platforms, whether that's their own or external. In fact, in many cases, I'm realizing that learning and development professionals don't spend that much time learning at all. And in this podcast, I want to talk to you all about why I think it's time L&D started to eat their own dog food. All right, I get it. Eating your own dog food sounds incredibly gross, and it is. I don't want to eat dog food. You don't want to eat dog food. Who wants to eat dog food? But it is a phrase that's bounded around a lot in business and in marketing. And its origin is often disputed, but the story that makes most sense, and I've heard most often, is about the president of Cow Can Pet Foods going into a shareholders meeting and eating a can of their dog food, essentially to prove it is that high quality that he would eat it himself. Of course, that one's a bit far-fetched and a bit out there, but it definitely proves a point. It proves that he is close enough to his product. He knows exactly what's in it, exactly what it tastes like. He's that confident in it. Perhaps a bit more of a realistic example is in 1980, Michael Scott, the president of Apple Computers, sent out a memo to all employees saying, "We are not buying, leasing, hiring any more typewriters. We believe the typewriter is obsolete. We all have to use Apple computers now." And of course, that just makes good business sense, doesn't it? Why would you invest in typewriters if you are Apple computers? Essentially, you'd be invested in competition. But actually, there is so much more to eating your own dog food than just not investing in the competition. The first benefit as a marketer, and that's what you all are, you're marketing your learning, the first benefit is about accuracy and authenticity. If you are that close to your learning product that you know how it works, you use it as a consumer would day in, day out, you are more likely to market your product in a more accurate way, and your marketing will be more authentic, which will help build trust with your target audience. We know that trust is a really critical component of marketing. For example, if you know your learning platform has a search bar, right? As a marketer, you might think, oh, brilliant. Well, then our marketing for that's going to be around the fact it's so easy to find the learning that you want. All you have to do is pop in a few keywords and you will find the best learning experience of your life. That's it. That's our marketing campaign. However, if you'd been eating your own dog food, you might realise that actually that search bar is pants. It surfaces too many results. They're not always relevant, and it's incredibly hard to find what you want. So maybe that's not a good marketing campaign. You'd only know that in two ways: market research and eating your own dog food. So that's the first benefit: accuracy and authenticity. And going alongside with the accuracy and authenticity is confidence. You actually know how the product works. You use it. You are a user of the product. You do love the product. You know it inside out. So you're going to be confident to sell it in such a way, to tell people why they should be getting involved, to market your learning platform and your learning offering in such a way that makes people want to get involved. To be good at marketing, you have to have confidence in what you are doing, particularly in an L&D context. Another benefit of eating your own dog food in L&D is that it builds empathy. It's so easy for us to forget how difficult it can be to be an employee trying to find learning. It's so easy for us to think that is so obvious. Why don't they realise that they need to go here, there, or anywhere? It's really easy to force assumptions onto our people that are just not fair. Great marketing is a task of empathy. If you've been on the marketing masterclass, you know that I talk about empathy a lot. When I talk about the what's in it for me, we have to be empathetic to our target audiences. We have to really put ourselves in their shoes. And what better way to do that than literally do it? Be the learner. Try to find something that's interesting to you, or will help you with your career growth, or help you get your next promotion, or help you hit that KPI that you and your manager discussed. Don't cheat. Don't log in the back system. Go on your learning platform as a learner. Try to find the relevant content. Just see how experiencing your platform often, or your learning experiences often, as a learner, as an end user, will change the way you talk, think, and market your product. And lastly, the undeniable benefit of eating your own dog food is you will undoubtedly find things that you feed back to your team or you can fix yourself. So it makes the overall learning experience much better for your target audience. You will see the challenges that your audience face, but you have the control to fix them. Maybe that search functionality is rubbish, but all it needs is a few tweaks at the back end to make it really good. Maybe it is really hard to find a face-to-face training program anywhere, but you know there's loads available, but the calendar's hidden or something like that. By getting that close to your product, you will be giving the relevant feedback to your team or to yourself, and you will be amending that product. It's a great way of actually going full circle. It's a benefit for L&D and for marketing for learning. So what I want you guys to do off the back of listening to this podcast, and yeah, I've got a bit of a task for you, because I did have a bone to pick with you, L&D, are listening to this podcast. I want you to start prioritising your own learning. I'm not going to get into a rant about we are L&D and why it's so important that we are learning too, but it is important. So prioritise your own learning. But then I want you to experience that learning as your target audience does. I want you to log into your learning platform or try to sign up for a training course in the way that you're expecting your target audience to do. And think about that process. Get really close to it. And then I want you to question yourself. I want you to question why you searched a certain phrase, why you went to a certain place, why maybe if your internal offerings isn't adequate or isn't right for you, why did you go to X external partner or X external platform? Why are you behaving in the way you are? Of course, we can get a lot of this insight through user testing and focus groups and things like that, but nothing compares to doing it yourself. Nothing compares to putting yourself quite literally in the audience's shoes and seeing what they're experiencing. So this podcast is a call to arms. I want you all to start eating your own dog food. I want you to start exploring and understanding your product as a member of your audience, as a learner, for want of a better word. And really try to eat your own dog food. And I hope that random, almost disgusting phrase does stick in your mind, that you do start thinking, am I eating my own dog food? Because it will make a complete difference to your marketing for learning initiatives. So thank you all for joining me today on this little ranty episode of the Marketing for Learning podcast. I hope it's giving you some food for thought and that you will start eating your own dog food. If you have any questions, comments, queries, objections to anything I've said today, please feel free to get in touch. And if not, I will see you on the next episode of the Marketing for Learning podcast. See you later, guys.